Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most exciting areas of numismatics, the 6 most valuable and ultra-rare United States coins ever discovered. These incredible pieces aren't just bits of metal, they're powerful snapshots of American history, each carrying its own story of scarcity, artistry, and remarkable market value. From condition rarities to legendary mint errors, these coins represent the very peak of collectible U.S. currency. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just stepping into the fascinating world of rare coins, get ready, because the treasures we're about to explore are some of the most sought-after and breathtaking finds in the hobby. Let's jump right in and uncover the coins that have captured the imagination of collectors around the world. The 1985 Washington quarter holds a meaningful position within modern numismatics, especially as collectors increasingly focus on high-grade circulation strike coins from the late 20th century. While most 1980s quarters are common in circulated condition, the 1985 becomes notably scarce in pristine, mint-state grades, elevating its importance among registry collectors and specialists in the Washington Quarter series. Its value rests not only on its role as a representative of Denver Mint coinage of the mid-1980s, but also on the fact that superb quality survivors are far harder to find than mintage numbers alone suggest. As interest grows in modern condition rarities, the 1985 quarter has gained a reputation as one of the more challenging dates to secure at the top of the grading scale produced at the Denver Mint in 1985. This quarter emerged during a period of modernization and technological transition within U.S. coin production. The Washington Quarter design, introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, had by 1985 already served for more than 50 years and remained a staple in everyday commerce. No major commemorative event accompanied its release. Instead, the coin represents the stability and continuity of American circulation coinage during the 1980s, a decade marked by increased economic activity and widespread cash usage. As such, most examples saw heavy circulation, making high-grade survivors more elusive. Today, the obverse features the familiar bust of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 1985. The D mint mark is positioned just to the left of Washington's braid. The reverse showcases the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched atop a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches, an emblematic representation of American strength and peace. Like most quarters of its era, the coin is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, has a diameter of 24.3 and weighs 5.67 grams. In exceptionally well-struck and lustrous examples, the fine details of the eagle's feathers and Washington's hair can appear remarkably sharp, which significantly enhances visual appeal and collector desirability. While the 1985 Washington quarter had a large mintage, over 500 million coins, its rarity lies not in production numbers but in condition scarcity. Nearly all examples entered circulation, where heavy wear quickly became the norm. As a result, quarters that remain in mint state MS grades, particularly MS 67 or higher, are extremely rare. Strike quality for 1985 quarters also varies significantly, and many coins exhibit weak details or dull surfaces. Collectors especially value coins with strong strikes, clean fields, and full luster, making high-end specimens true condition rarities despite the coin's overall abundance. Error varieties from this year are not common, but minor die cracks and off-center strikes exist and may attract specialist interest. In circulated condition, the 1985 quarter is worth face value. However, the market shifts dramatically in high-grade certified condition. Typical mint state coins, such as MS 63 to MS 65, range from $5 to $25. Coins graded MS 66 may bring $30 to $70, depending on eye appeal. The most impressive values appear in MS-67, a grade considered rare for this date, where prices can reach $150 to $300. Truly exceptional pieces, those grading MS-67 Plus or MS-68, if found, can command several $100s or more, sometimes exceeding $1,000 at auction due to intense competition among registry collectors. These prices reflect broader numismatic trends, favoring modern high-grade circulation strikes with genuine rarity collectors seeking a premium 1985D Washington quarter should focus on acquiring certified examples from grading agencies such as PCGS or NGC, as this ensures accurate authentication and eliminates uncertainty about condition. When evaluating raw coins, examine the fields for contact marks, inspect Washington's cheek and jawline for abrasions, and assess the sharpness of the eagle's wings on the reverse. Bright, original mint luster is a strong indicator of a high-grade piece. Proper storage, such as using archival-safe flips, capsules, or slab holders, helps maintain long-term quality. For those aiming to complete a Washington quarter set, reputable dealers and specialized auctions offer the best opportunities to locate top-tier examples. The 1985D Washington quarter is a compelling coin for collectors who appreciate modern condition rarities, combining historical continuity with the challenge of securing a high-grade example. Its simple yet enduring design, large circulation, and scarcity in top condition contribute to its desirability in advanced registries and personal collections alike. While not a rarity in everyday commerce, its finest surviving examples possess significant numismatic value and continue to appreciate as collectors place greater emphasis on high-quality clad metal issues. For both new enthusiasts and seasoned specialists, the 1985D quarter stands as an excellent representation of the subtleties and rewards of modern U.S. coin collecting. Next up the 1985P Washington quarter is an important modern-era U.S. coin that continues to draw strong attention among collectors, not for its typical circulation value, but for the ultra-rare, high-grade examples and unusual minting varieties that make it surprisingly desirable. While most examples from 1985 trade only for face value, the finest certified pieces, especially those graded MS-67 and above, have become standout treasures in the world of modern numismatics. Their appeal stems from exceptional preservation, striking quality, and scarcity in high grades, factors that elevate certain specimens into the list of the most valuable Washington quarters of the 1980s. As collectors continue to pursue high-end registry sets, demand for premium 1985P quarters has steadily increased. The 1985P quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, during a period when Washington quarters were struck for heavy national circulation with no special commemorative purpose. The coin belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series, introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1985, the series had transitioned fully into a modern workhorse denomination, produced in massive quantities to support growing economic demand. No silver circulation coins were issued that year, and the Mint did not offer collector versions such as proofs from Philadelphia, meaning any high-grade survivors from 1985P originate from business strike production only. An important factor in their rarity among serious numismatists, the 1985P quarter features the familiar obverse portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Showcasing Washington in left-facing profile with the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date. The P mint mark, positioned to the right of Washington's ponytail, identifies it as a Philadelphia strike. The reverse depicts an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, symbolizing strength in war and peace, surrounded by United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, and quarter dollar. The coin is struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, measuring 24.3 mm in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams. While the design is standard for its era, the rarest high-grade pieces exhibit sharper than normal details, strong luster, and clean surfaces that set them apart visually from ordinary circulation. Example with over 1.2 billion 1985 P quarters minted. The coin itself is not rare. However, finding an example in superb gem condition is extremely difficult. The Philadelphia Mint in the 1980s was known for heavy production runs and inconsistent striking quality, resulting in many coins with contact marks, weak strikes, and surface abrasions. As a result, certified grades above MS66 are exceedingly scarce. The rarest and most valuable coins are those that survive in MS67 or MS68, where even tiny imperfections can determine market value. A very small number of notable mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double-struck examples, or clip planchets, also contribute to the coin's rarity in specialized collecting categories. In typical circulated condition, a 1985 P quarter retains only its face value. However, values rise sharply at the highest grading tiers. A well-preserved MS65 example typically sells for $15.30, reflecting moderate collector demand. In MS66, prices increase to the $40.90 range. The true standouts are the top-graded survivors. MS67 pieces regularly command $250–$500, depending on eye appeal and market conditions. And exceptional examples certified MS67 Plus or MS68 have sold for over $1,000, making them among the most expensive modern quarters of their minting decade. Error examples further enhance value, with dramatic errors occasionally selling anywhere from $100 to $500+, depending on severity and rarity. Collectors seeking a premium 1985 P Washington quarter should prioritize strong strikes, bright luster, and minimal contact marks, all essential for high-grade certification. Because superb gem examples are rare, professional grading by PCGS or NGC is strongly recommended, especially for coins intended for investment or registry sets. When acquiring raw, ungraded coins, buyers should examine rims, fields, and Washington's cheek and jawline, the areas most prone to abrasion. Storage in airtight, inert holders is essential for preserving mint luster and preventing tarnish. For rare errors or unusually sharp strikes, purchasing from reputable dealers, major auction houses, or trusted online numismatic communities ensures authenticity and fair valuation. The 1985 P Washington quarter stands as a fascinating example of how an ordinary circulation coin can become an elite numismatic prize when found in exceptional condition. Its historical place within the long-running Washington Quarter series, combined with the scarcity of high-grade survivors, has made it increasingly important to modern collectors. With strong interest in registry-quality pieces and continued appreciation of flawless-clad coinage from the 1980s, the highest-grade 1985 P quarters offer not only historical charm, but also meaningful long-term investment potential. For both seasoned collectors and those newly discovering the value hidden in modern U.S. coins, this issue remains a rewarding and significant addition to any serious collection. Next up the 1988 D Washington quarter stands out as an interesting modern-era collectible, particularly in the finest mint state grades and among rare error varieties that have emerged over time. While it is a common circulation coin, the most valuable 1988 D examples can reach impressive prices when preserved in exceptionally high condition or when displaying unusual minting anomalies. Its appeal lies in the difficulty of finding pristine, sharply struck pieces from a time when quarters were primarily minted for heavy daily use rather than numismatic preservation. Today, collectors increasingly appreciate high-grade modern coins, creating stronger market demand for premium condition 1988 D quarters. The 1988 D quarter was produced during a period of routine circulation coinage at the Denver Mint, with no commemorative themes or major design transitions occurring that year. However, it occupies an important place in the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor George Washington's bicentennial. By 1988, the design had remained unchanged for decades, and the Mint focused largely on mass production to meet growing national demand for circulating coinage. The Denver Mint, known for high output, contributed significantly to the year's overall mintage, helping to meet the economic needs of late 20th century America. Although the coin does not commemorate a specific event, it reflects a stable era of American coinage prior to the start of state-themed quarters in 1999. The 1988 D Washington Quarter features the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, sculpted by John Flanagan, with the D mint mark positioned to the right of Washington's braid. The reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, a classic symbol of national strength. Struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper core, the coin weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 in diameter. Although its design elements are familiar, crisp hair details, clean surfaces, and strong luster are what make high-grade examples visually remarkable. Coins that exhibit full strikes, blazing cartwheel luster, and minimal marks are especially prized by collectors. Despite a large mintage, high-grade 1988 D quarters are surprisingly rare due to the era's heavy circulation, and the mints focus on quantity rather than perfect strikes. Most coins from this year show contact marks, abrasions, and weak strikes from high-speed production. Mint state examples graded MS-67 and MS-68 are scarce, with MS-68 representing the finest known category for this date and mint. Certain error varieties, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and clip planchets, also contribute to the rarity of specific specimens. Because these coins were not saved in large quantities upon release, true high-grade survivors are highly desirable and difficult to locate. In today's market, typical circulated 1988 D quarters hold mainly face value, but the most valuable examples achieve impressive prices. Certified MS-67 coins often range from $75 to $150, depending on eye appeal and population numbers. Ultra-high-grade MS-68 examples, the rarest category, have sold for $800 to over $1,500 at auction, with the price driven heavily by the low number of pieces known at that level. Rare error varieties vary widely, with dramatic errors sometimes bringing $100 to $500+, depending on severity and collector demand. Overall, the market has gradually strengthened for premium-grade modern quarters as registry set collecting continues to grow. Collectors seeking the most valuable 1988 D quarters should prioritize sharp strike quality, brilliant luster, and clean surfaces. Because even small marks significantly affect the value of modern coins, professional grading from PCGS or NGC is essential for verifying condition. When searching raw coins, examine the hair detail on Washington's portrait and the eagle's feathers for crisp definition, areas that often show weakness on lower quality strikes. Store high-grade pieces in airtight, inert holders and avoid contact that can create abrasions. For purchasing, consider reputable dealers, online auction platforms with strong buyer protections, or numismatic communities where collector-to-collector sales provide opportunities for finding premium example. The 1988 D Washington quarter may appear ordinary at first glance, but in the highest grades or with rare mint errors, it becomes a surprisingly valuable and sought-after modern collectible. Its significance lies not only in its place within a long-running historical series, but also in the challenge it presents to collectors seeking pristine examples from a heavily circulated period. With rising interest in top-grade modern coinage, the 1988 D quarter continues to gain appeal among both new and advanced numismatists. Its blend of historical next up to in the 1989 D Washington quarter has emerged as an increasingly respected modern collectible, admired by numismatists for its role in late 20th century American coinage and the rare high-grade examples that command strong premiums today. While millions were produced for general circulation, only a tiny fraction survive in pristine, mint-state conditions, making these coins surprisingly valuable, especially those graded MS67 or higher. Collectors appreciate the 1989 D quarter not only for its accessibility and nostalgic appeal from everyday commerce, but also for its position as one of the more desirable late 1980s Denver Mint strikes. Its rising market demand reflects the broader trend of modern collectors seeking high-quality representatives from the pre-statehood era. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1989, the 1989 D Washington quarter belongs to the final decade of the classic Washington quarter series, which ran from 1932 until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. This period saw an emphasis on mass production for circulation rather than collectors, resulting in high mintage numbers but relatively low attention to quality. The quarter itself carries forward John Flanagan's long-standing portrait of George Washington, introduced originally for the bicentennial of Washington's birth. While 1989 was not a commemorative year, the coin represents a snapshot of American circulating money just before dramatic design changes swept across U.S. coinage in the 1990s. The 1989 D Washington quarter features the classic obverse portrait of George Washington, with crisp lettering and clear denticles on well-struck examples. The D mint mark sits to the right of the ribbon on Washington's hair, signifying the Denver Mint. On the reverse, the eagle and olive branch motif remains bold and symbolic, embodying strength and peace. Like other quarters of the era, the coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, measuring 24.3 mm in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams. High-grade examples display full luster, strong strike details, and minimal contact marks, features that sharply distinguish valuable specimens from common circulated pieces. Although the 1989 D quarter had a very large mintage, true rarity emerges in condition rarity rather than numerical scarcity. Coins that survived without scratches, bag marks, or dull surfaces are extremely difficult to locate today, particularly in grades MS67 and above. Only a small number have been certified by major grading services such as PCGS and NGC at the highest levels, and this limited population drives competition among collectors. Additionally, certain rare mint errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, or double dies, further enhance desirability and value when found in clean, problem-free condition. Most circulated 1989 D quarters hold only face value, but superb uncirculated examples dramatically exceed common price levels. Typical MS65 graded coins may range from $10 to $25, while MS66 examples can command $40 to $80 depending on eye appeal. The greatest premiums belong to top population coins. MS67 pieces often sell between $150 and $300, and in very rare cases, exceptionally high-grade or registry-quality specimens have realized $400 or more at auction. Rare error varieties may exceed $200 to several $100s, with dramatic mint errors occasionally reaching higher numbers among specialized collectors. The upward trend in modern-era high-grade coins continues to drive interest and appreciation. Collectors seeking valuable 1989 D quarters should focus on surface preservation, luster, and strike clarity. Look for coins with minimal contact marks, no discoloration, and strong detail on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Because small imperfections dramatically affect value, professional certification by PCGS or NGC is highly recommended for investment-grade pieces. When acquiring premium examples, reputable dealers, established auction houses, and numismatic communities offer the most reliable sources. Proper storage, preferably in airtight holders away from humidity and contaminants, helps preserve long-term condition and value. The 1989 D Washington Quarter stands as an appealing modern collectible whose value is rooted in condition rarity, historical continuity, and its classic, long-lived design. While common in circulation, exceptional specimens represent meaningful finds for both seasoned numismatists and new collectors. Its affordability at lower grades and surprising worth in top-level conditions make it a versatile addition to any collection. As interest continues to rise in high-grade modern U.S. coinage, the 1989 D Quarter remains a coin with solid historical charm, visual appeal, and promising potential for future appreciation.